Hey guys, welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex and I'm here to bring you a weekly energy update. I'll say weekly, but a current energies update for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please don't hesitate to drop a like. It really helps my channel out with the algorithm. It's a great energy exchange as well for tarot readings. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. It can and will not apply to everyone. Also keep in mind to please listen for understanding and not reaction. So a lot of things when it comes to real soul work and inner child work will trigger you and trigger a response. Please try to remember to be cognizant of whether the source of your problem is with the reading or what I'm saying regards to what spirit is saying through me, or if you feel upset, angry, triggered because there is some truth that needs to be heard. Please sit with that. I encourage you. This is not about telling you only what you want to hear. This is about soul work, and soul work is not easy. I'm not that kind of tarot reader. I bring the good messages, but ultimately the best messages are not always the easiest ones. So please listen for understanding, and also know that maybe this isn't your reading if you feel like it totally doesn't apply to your situation, and that's okay. So I'm starting off with the Oracle card, Angel Guide Oracle card, and then I'm going to do a horseshoe spread to give the energies surrounding you, supporting you, blocking you, and what the outcome could be if you are aware of and utilize these energies to your best advantage. Okay, so you're gonna get one oracle card for Pisces. Oh, that came out very clear. Strength and guidance. Okay, the funny thing is I just looked at this card the other day when I pulled it for myself, so I'm kind of familiar with the extended reading, the extended definition behind this card. But I'm going to go ahead and read it to you anyway. But in summary, it's basically about staying the course and tapping into your spirit guides, angels, your own intuition. But it's basically usually a confirmation that you're on the right path and that spirit is asking you to be patient in your endeavor. So let's read it. Don't underestimate the power of your soul. You are a strong and resilient soul with the capacity to rise above any challenge. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. Whatever is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming more and more aware of what will lead you to fulfill your purpose and what will divert you from joy. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that the feelings that are coming to you now are guidance that will help you understand the steps that you need to take and the moves that you need to make in order to be aligned with abundance and support. I feel the extended message is important for this one as well. I don't always do this, but let me read this as well. Angels are encouraging you to dig deep and hold your station. If you are wondering what the next step is, know that it will be revealed in due course. Don't change your plans or your vision or your goals for anyone. This is not a time to take drastic action, but to remain committed and strong. Keep up the good work. Angels are encouraging you to recognize the power of your prayers and intentions at this time. Recognize too that angels are with you and willing to guide you on your journey. The universe itself is with you. If you trust in it, you will draw down the power of the cosmos, and the right steps will be revealed in such a way that it will be effortless for you to take them. Know that it is not your job or duty to know everything that is unfolding, just to take it one step at a time until the solution and outcome are revealed. Have faith, positive things are happening. Also, let me allow to elaborate that we are experiencing tonight, which is May 16th, a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, with full moon in Scorpio, which is a very powerful transformative eclipse. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but I do keep up because oftentimes I feel like I pull the energies that match with the astrology even before I know what the astrology is. And this is very much in alignment with the actual current astrology. There are a lot of things that we're not seeing. A lot of us are in a situation where we're kind of on pause. Maybe we saw some upward momentum and we got excited, and then all of a sudden something just paused and stopped. And I'm hearing for a lot of Pisces that you are in that situation, Spirit's encouraging you to maintain strength and maintain a connection with the guidance that has led you up to this point. Just because it's pausing doesn't mean it was wrong. But this is a time to reflect and to do some final adjustments of your intentions. We're in a time where there's like a great reckoning going on. Whatever you've been putting effort into or not have been putting effort into is being revealed right now. For the Pisces that this message is for, I'm strongly hearing that this is for those of you who have been putting in a lot of work. You kind of thought you were taking off, but something stopped. Well, you don't stop, okay? Spirit is saying stay the course. Actually, I'm going to pull, so I'm just shuffling, and then I'm going to cut the deck and pull for your horseshoe spread. Spirit, what are the best messages for Pisces? Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of y'all are tired. You're like, okay, I don't have much more left in me. What I'm hearing is that a lot of people are going to experience they're going to be down to their last. I don't know if this is financially, emotionally, energetically, in general, whatever it is. You're going to be down to the wire when things finally progress to their next level. And it's not, in some sense, it's a test. But it's also part of the astrology of the moment. This is a time to reassess. Okay, you may feel like you're at your wit's end with some things. And some things you do need to be done with. Okay, some things you do need to be done with. You do need to experience the last little bit of struggle with it. But then you need to assess the damage and move forward. So you're in a pause position right now to determine what is it that is a 10 of Wands situation where it's just a lot of weight, but you're able to carry it successfully on to the next phase. And maybe you need to reassess how much of the weight that you're carrying. And then versus a 10 of Swords situation, some things just do not need to go with you into this next phase. You recently received a lot of inspiration regarding what it is that you wanted for your life next. I almost feel like this is a complete vision of the final package is what I'm hearing. Spirit gifted you with an insight to the joy, the pleasure, the abundance, the payoff that is in store for you. So it was enough to get you on the correct path, but because there's work to be done to get to this outcome, it's not a linear progression. So right now you're in a phase of being like, some things are like you finally realize are dead and done. Going into a space of walking away from those things because they don't serve you. They don't fit the bigger picture. And what Spirit is saying is remain in tune with your guides and your intuition, because sometimes things don't seem that detrimental to be in our presence. Maybe it's a friendship that it doesn't seem to be hurting you. It's not like y'all are backstabbing each other, but it doesn't seem to be making any progress. There's no growth. You and this person really aren't in alignment, and you're just friends for the sake of saying, oh, we're friends because we've known each other a long time. But in action, maybe you're not really as close as the title that you've given each other, right? So that's one of those things where maybe not walking away from the person, but walking away from this idea that, oh, this is my bestie, this is the love of my life, or this is my dream job, or walking away from the idea that certain things have to be presented a certain way with a certain level of security for you to try to, I'm sorry, I hear one of my children. I'm sorry, try to go for them. You're walking away from old ways of thinking because we're in a season where it's not going to make sense all the time. It's not going to add up. It's not going to be something obvious that makes you walk away from certain things and walk towards others. Don't forget, in 8 of Cups, yeah, they're walking away from the cups there, but they're walking towards something else. So the season that we're in is heavily relying on you to remain in your power and to remain in tune to understand the direction you're going. This is not something that's going to be externally validated by others. Walk away from feeling like every decision in your life is a mathematical equation that makes sense. Like 1 + 1 = 2. If I put in this work here, I'll get off this payoff here. Exchanging time for money type of concepts when it comes to careers. There's something about where you're going that doesn't have a lot of proof or evidence. It doesn't have a lot of historical context for you to compare what you're going after towards anything else. Even if it's a relationship, there's something very unique about your desires and your wants and even your needs, to where you're gonna have to trust your guides, because there isn't a blueprint for this. So this is where this Ace of Cups in the recent past is where you received that insight, because God knows us. He knows He created us as human beings who have logical brains, who need proof. He gave you the proof through His vision. So now you need to carry that with you and tie up some loose ends, say some goodbyes, or say some hellos, or retitle some situations, or reposition certain people in your life, things like that. And the energy around you being a 9 of Wands makes so much sense, because you've been through a lot. Like I said, I'm feeling the energy around the collective in general, Pisces, but it's coming out a lot in your reading that it's like y'all are down to the last, your last of something. But understand that when you get to the finalization of this energetic, this space that you're in, if you continue to follow your inner guidance, if you continue to trust in the vision that you have for your life, that when this finishes, you're not going to be down like bottom of the barrel. It's almost like automatically going from the 10 to the Ace. Starting a new cycle in abundance, with promise, with prosperity. So immediately going from 10 of Swords to Ace of Cups. It's like you get down to the point where you think, I don't have anything left to fight this battle with. I'm down to my last bullet. I'm down to my last wand. I'm down to my last sword. I'm down to my last pentacle. And all of a sudden, the universe steps in and grants you that new prosperous beginning. Now your obstacle position is 7 of Wands, which is you standing your ground and remaining in a defensive energy in this context. So this is in the obstacle position for 2 reasons. You could decide, I'm not going to stay the course. You're having trouble tapping into this energy because maybe things around you provide evidence that you're on the wrong path in a logical sense. This isn't paying off. It's like all of your feelings, all of your emotions, you get that tingly feeling when you do what you know you're supposed to be doing for your life, right? But the pentacles might not be showing up in your favor. The coins might not be there yet. But you can feel it, but you can't see it. So Spirit is saying you're going to have to become, like you're going to have to stand your ground in the absence of proof right now. But it can also be you holding on to old ideals that are outdated, that you know don't give you that feeling. Like when you're getting a spiritual hit. Some of us, I get itchy nose. Some of us have ringing in the ears. Some of it's literally a feeling of coolness or tingling that comes over you when you're on the right path. Whatever it is, it could be you saying, but there's no evidence. There's no physical proof. So I'm going to stick by the old way of doing things until there's proof. So you have to let go of being defensive about old ways of doing things, but you have to stand firm in your new way. If you do that, the outcome is putting you in a very prosperous position of Queen of Cups, where you're open to receiving messages, love, gifts, abundance. She is the queen of the water here. She understands her feelings and her intuition and her power. She understands a little ripple from her here can create a tidal wave on the other side of the ocean somewhere. So she wields her power in her intuition and through her feelings. She doesn't let them overtake her. She controls them to her advantage, not in a manipulative way. That would be her in the reverse energy. Spirit is saying to continue to do the work, continue to plant the seeds. Sometimes Seven of Pentacles can be being overly focused on or obsessed with a certain outcome. I think, you know, yeah, you need to probably step away from this whole watching the pot. You know, if you've ever heard that saying, a watch pot never boils. It just psychologically it puts a lot on you when you keep looking for the evidence after you take every step, after you plant every seed. Don't do that, but continue to do the work, because you know that, like, work like you already know you have it. I will give credit to Menopause Tarot because he used that phrasing in one of his readings and it just popped up but basically that's what this is. Work like you already know you have it. Almost do the Seven of Pentacles work, but put your gaze on something else as though you're not worried. It's gonna happen. Okay, let's do some clarifying. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. What is it that Pisces was granted privy to, is what I'm hearing. What did they get insight on about this Ace of Cups energy? These cards are so stiff. And eventually, y'all, I think I'm gonna start doing some freestyle tarot spreads. Just to try to see how I resonate with those as well. Yes, I cut very weird. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, Five of Cups. You knew that some things major shifts were going to be happening in your life. Some you were uncomfortable with, but were very necessary. But also this Emperor energy, I'm seeing as a person that comes into your life that facilitates this elevation. And I almost feel like that might be a romantic interest, but coupled with a business partnership. You knew that whatever this opportunity was that presents itself or this venture that you're on is going to allow you the opportunity to establish a nice little nest egg. To have something for not only yourself, but for future generations, to be able to continue to carry on your name long after you're gone, with regard to whatever this passion is that you're pursuing. It's something that's legacy building. Four of Pentacles and Emperor, but it comes with some. You knew you had to walk away from certain ways of thinking, from certain generational curses, from certain even friendships or partnerships. Not because, I guess, again, not because they were obviously toxic. They were just so misaligned with certain ways of being that you need to be, that they just don't fit the picture anymore. It's not like discarding them. Again, I'm not saying that. But sometimes the nature of relationships shifts. And whereas you felt like this was my ultimate connection in this person, you're not necessarily, I'm not getting that you're abandoning people, walking away from them just because they don't think a certain way. That's not what I'm saying. I feel like I have to clarify that because I had somebody come in my comments about, well, people always want to walk away from people. Again, if you get triggered, please work on why you're triggered and only hearing certain things a certain way. That is not what I am saying here, and that wasn't what I was saying there. You have to understand that as people evolve at different rates, so does their role within your life and your role within their life. You cannot, and almost to a scientifically almost cannot maintain the same role that you had when y'all were on the same level. It's just not possible. The dynamic is going to change. And so this Five of Cups is you accepting and acknowledging that I might have to grieve the way we were. But there's going to be an opportunity to transform some of your relationships for the better, and also form new partnerships. All is not lost in the Five of Cups, but you are acknowledging that was. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. The finality of certain things that's hitting a lot of you right now as we speak. Use this full moon energy, this lunar eclipse energy, but definitely this full moon in Scorpio. energy to facilitate this transformation and the finality of this situation from the past. Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands. There's that Nine of Wands again. Double confirmation on the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you are a wounded warrior. You're tired. But at the same time of you being a wounded warrior, you also have a high value of self-worth. You know your value, so it's not like you're beat up. To the Pisces that I'm talking to, it's not like you're beat down to the point where you don't understand, you know, your own value and own self-worth, but you are tired. But here's the Ace of Wands. Find the things that inspire you and move towards those. Not only will they provide for you, they will protect you. This ninth wand, I'm hearing this ninth wand that is being held in the Nine of Wands to protect this wounded warrior. They finally realized after all these battles that the key was within. Them tapping into their own intuition, their own connection with the divine is what will continue to protect them and elevate them to the next level. So you found that power in that Ace of Wands. So as long as you continue to follow it, you're protected. Let me restart really quick so the camera doesn't do it on its own. Okay. So what is it that in the near future you're going to be walking away from some things, but also walking towards others? There's a duality in the Eight of Cups of finally choosing a path. And not just, the energy I'm getting in this particular reading for this Eight of Cups is that you kind of lingered. This Eight of Cups can represent so many different things. Again, it can represent people in your life. It can represent places that you stayed too long, jobs, careers, passions that you followed that don't suit you anymore. It also, and I'm getting that this just represents, see how the cups are on the solid ground? And the path to walk away is on the other side of the water, right? So whatever these things were make logical. It was very much earth energy, tangible benefits to it. It made sense. There was a actual payoff. I want to say payoff, but it just made sense on paper. These cups. But right behind them is your intuition. So something's been nudging at you to move away from certain things, or how you position certain things in your life. And once you're willing to step foot in the water and your intuition to your spiritual side, it's like it leads you to the path to something much bigger. So you're not just walking away, you're walking towards. What is this Eight of Cups coming up for Pisces? The Star. Okay. Ooh, I got tinglies. I got tinglies, y'all. I got tinglies. You're not just walking away. You're walking towards something. The Star, Temperance, Three of Cups, ultimate wish fulfillment, healing is also indicated by the Star, and Temperance. Celebratory energy, Three of Cups, reunions. I almost feel like part of this is your spiritual, on the spiritual side, but also reunions, celebrations with those you love, your soul family is what I'm hearing from this Three of Cups. But Temperance is also not only the ability to have patience, but remember I said in the Oracle, strength and guidance. It's not just about patience. It's also about what can appear to be patience is the fact that you already know what you know, even in the absence of the evidence, right? And Temperance is the very thing that supports that energy, because it's you to the outside looking in being patient, but you're so in tune with the divine, and you're such a great manifester, and you have such control over all the elements that it's not so much patience in reality, it's just you already know. You already know. That's good stuff there, Pisces. Let's see. The Nine of Wands, I don't feel needs to be clarified anymore. We know why you're the wounded warrior. Matter of fact, it came up already in this Ten of Swords energy. So let's clarify the Seven of Wands, which I think has a dual meaning. You're being encouraged to stand your ground with regards to your choice, which might not, there's no blueprint for it. So that being said, your fear will push you into doing things based off of old blueprints that don't work anymore. And you're being asked not to stand your ground in a self-destructive way in that aspect, but with regards to your new visions and dreams, definitely stand your ground. Spirit, what is it? What's this Seven of Wands energy? King of Wands. Oh, gosh, it's so sequential. You gotta love it. King of Wands is the most attractive, like, oh, fine, okay, powerful. And they're fine and they're powerful and abundant. Yeah, they're physically attractive, but you ever wonder why the King of Wands is attractive? Because they don't attempt to dull any of their light about who they are, and what they want. It don't have to make sense to a doggone person, to a King of Wands. And that makes them even more sexy, right? And so continuing to work, like I said, like you already know you have it. Boom, you have it. Eight of Pentacles is putting in the work, keeping your head down. Boom, you have it. My dog is really losing her mind in the background. So if you can hear it and it's loud, I apologize. Let's clarify this Queen of Cups as the outcome. I want to know, Spirit, give me the good stuff. Like, I want to know, like, can we get some specifics? What can Pisces expect after this transition? This shift. Something to make them, I feel like you already know what you're working for. In the sense that it's going to pay off. But can we get some confirmation to help them through this period? Because I know how frustrating it can be. You know, you have a hold on your faith. You understand yourself spiritually, but you always slip back sometimes. Woo. Tower. Eight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Again, double confirmation. So that's not really giving me specifics. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe we'll get some when I clarify the advice from Spirit. This is just reaffirming what's going to happen. This Tower energy, once all of these old foundations and old ways of thinking are torn down, this was what propels you into the next level. This is travel as well as communication, but also fast forward movement. Seven of Wands, continuing to reaffirm that you need to stick by what you know feels right to you right now, even in the absence of the evidence, because it's going to propel you into Queen of Cups. But Spirit, can we clarify this Seven of Pentacles, which is the work that's being done, the seeds that are being sown? What will the outcome be from this Seven of Pentacles energy? Please, Spirit, can we give some messages, some guidance, some hope, and some inspiration to our Pisces that might be in the thick of it right now? What is this energy they can expect? Don't change course, because you're going to have an offer coming in soon, and that offer is going to empower you to create everything you need from that. So let me explain it to you. Two of Swords is indecisions or a crossroads, but it's an intentional state of stasis. If you can see in this Two of Wands card, let me see if I can hold it close enough. They're looking up under this blindfold. They're peeking. They're waiting on some kind of visual information. They are backed by their intuition. They are guarded by their sword and their intellect. But it's something they're waiting to see before they come out of this state of stasis. It's not always like inability to make a decision. Sometimes it's an unwillingness to make a change or choose a different path right now, because you're being encouraged to stay the course, continue to do the work. It's gonna come in the form of an offer. So I'm hearing like, and this is important to know, because you might be looking for a payoff in a certain way of something you're doing. So let's say, I'll relate it to me. Like let's say you have a YouTube channel and you're waiting for your views to grow. That is what you're considering the payoff. But I'm hearing that, yes, you know, whatever it is that you're waiting on is going to happen. But what you're going to see first is an offer come in based on that skill set, based on how you're valuing yourself and sticking to your intuitive hits and your intuitive knowledge and your wisdom and your connection with spirit. Whatever this offer is, it's like somebody putting a tool in your hand. Even though this is a cup, I feel like it's a cup because it's based off of you following your intuition. But look at it as though this was a cup in this. You see how the magician has their cup here? Because the magician has control over all elements. They have earth, pentacles, fire, and water. They're going to hand you something, your final piece, as you being the magician. Whatever that final piece is, it empowers you to then create all the views that you need, create the buzz that you need, create the attention, create the finances, create, like, it's something that is going to be gifted to you. It could be a financial, like a money you weren't expecting, a job offer that you didn't see because you weren't even looking for a job, but some kind of way is connected to all of this, all of these transitions and changes, or a contract or an offer is something that's going to be given to you that allows you to manifest everything. So keep your eye open in the near future. I'm not good with timelines, Pisces, okay? I'm sorry. I wish I was. Maybe that will develop for me. But there's something coming in for you that will make the power that you have. You're not waiting on somebody to give you the power. It's something that you can harness the power with. So financial gifts, blessings, money is an energy exchange. What the energy is you put behind it is what makes all the difference in the world. So let's say you're into the spiritual community. You're starting a YouTube channel. Let's say you're starting a clothing boutique. You have faith in yourself. You're staying the course even though it's not paying off right now. All of a sudden, you get a mystery check in the mail for $500. It might not be some exorbitant amount. But now you can buy inventory. Now you can start your site. Now you can buy advertisements. Maybe somebody offers you an opportunity that puts you in front of a lot of people to get your face out there. Let's say it's in the realm of social media and influencing. Even though it's not specifically tied to whatever it is that you're working on, it brings attention to you, which in turn brings you the power to manifest the attention on your business. Something like that. So don't turn your nose up at anything right now, because everything is the universe trying to help you propel yourself into this next level. And just stay the course. It's going to pay off, but you already know that, and I'm just here to confirm it. So I hope this helps. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Pisces, bye.